So I know I told you guys that I'd go ahead and benchmark this cooler, but a lot of beta testers already did that in their other videos. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead, pack this cooler out, and cover the benefits of using an electric cooler, as well as the Anker Everfrost 2. Quick disclaimer, I do work for this company in an R&D capacity. So what I have here are two commonly found pack formats you'll find in North America. This is a 12-pack, 12-ounce sleek can in a 3x4 pack format. What you have over here is a 24-pack, 12-ounce tall can in a 4x6 pack format. Proportionally, they are different, and I'll talk to those differences as to why they're important to know when you're loading a cooler out. Just something I want to cover and touch off on. I heard a previous review talking about how loud this cooler is. It's running right now, and yeah, there's a very minor noise that's coming out of the cooler. This is closer to the exhaust compressor side. But the noise you hear coming out of this cooler is actually less than a lot of large gaming CPUs. To be honest with you, I think it sounds more quiet than the previous version, and certainly not something that you would be displeased with regarding the sound of the cooler. Let's go ahead and fit this 24-pack of 12-ounce cans into this cooler and see how it does. The reason why I want to try this one is because this is typically the pack format you would pick up if you were doing any kind of tailgating. So it is very close, but no cigar. We are probably off by about 1 inch. Let's go ahead and try these smaller 12 packs and see how these fit in here. So it looks like we're able to fit two very comfortably in this space. The reason why I put this in here the way I did is that these cartons actually help to keep the product partitioned when you load the cooler out. The really great benefit of an electric cooler is you don't have to worry about this being a complete wet disaster when you're ready to clean up after your event. So one other thing I'd like to note here is that on all four sides of this cooler there are Peltier chillers in the housing. I don't feel that it doesn't feel like there is one in the base, but it's a really cool technology. Same technology that are used to do seat heaters in vehicles, but what it is a plate that you run electricity through. One side becomes hot, the other side becomes cold. Really cool to see that technology on all four sides of this cooler, as well as this fan. So these guys are in here. Let's go ahead and pack out the remaining space with the cartons that did not fit previously. And this is where the benefit of these tall cans really fit really well. And the other packs that are in cartons are the sleek cans. I'll show you those differences in a second. And proportionally they are a little different, right? So I will tell you with confidence that you'll at least be able to fit 2 cases of these sleek cans. Why this is important is that a lot of products are coming in this proportion can. This is called a tall can, which is a little bit wider in body and a little shorter. So you can see as how we're loading this out, we'll be able to fit 2 different kinds of product pretty comfortably. So I'll go ahead and dump this carton in to speed the process up. Oh, this was a really bad idea. I probably should not have done this because this is creating quite the traffic jam in the cooler. So you know what? This is what you would encounter as well, or maybe not. But pretty accurate of the typical typical things you encounter when packing out a cooler. I'm trying to get as much in there as possible. So one thing I wanted to do during this evaluation is actually test the claims from Anker to say they can get the product pretty cold within 15 minutes. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. So let's go ahead and get started with the startup sequence of this Anker Everfrost 2. You'll see that it's showing a 48-degree temp, mainly because I was playing around with it earlier. But you can actually see here a couple different settings of the mode, screen brightness, and protective voltage. We'll go ahead and dip into the mode. You'll see that it does have an Eco, Smart, and Max. I did test the fan speed against all three of these, and you can hear it kick on, and they're all relatively about the same. So we'll go ahead and hit OK. Sit back for about 15 minutes and we'll come back and check the temps on these products. We're going to go ahead and open the inside of this cooler. We're going to check the product temperature in two different areas of the compartment. But before we do that, let's go ahead and check the current temperature reading in the cooler. Right now, after 15 minutes, it's at 45 degrees. The temperature I set it at is 32 degrees. Now remember, I am testing this with fully loaded product, and a cooler naturally is going to take longer to cool down with more product that is loaded in there. So currently we have a total of 48 cans of product in here. On this side, this product has not received as much benefit from the fan itself, but more than likely primarily the Peltier chillers, whereas this side is benefiting from this fan in the way of the high thermal conductivity of the aluminum. When you chill this top layer, it'll help chill deeper down. So yeah, let's go ahead and test the product in here. This is non-carbonated product, and we'll go ahead and dig down real deep and see what the product temperature is right now after only 15 minutes. This product was at room temperature, so anything better than room temperature I'd say is a pretty good win. Ambient temperature currently is 74 degrees. I put it in. After 15 minutes, I don't think you can see this without me spilling it. We were at a product temperature of 68 degrees Fahrenheit. So a little far beyond drinking temperature there, but we'll go ahead and pack this back up. And then we will go ahead and dig a little deeper down here on this side. Now this side should have benefited a little bit more from the fan. But to be honest, after only 15 minutes, I'm not expecting any big temperature difference. So let's go ahead and take this out. So, yep, as I expected, it is also at 67 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, not at ideal drinking temperature. Let's go ahead and lock this back up and see how long it takes to actually get this product down to proper drinking temperature. All right, current cooler temperature after 45 minutes is 38 F. Now, this temperature is the reading of the Peltier chiller, which is not the product temperature. So for clarity, the warmer product is actually warming the Peltier chiller, and the Peltier chiller is reporting a higher temperature than I requested. So theoretically, when this hits 32 degree F, the product temperature should be pretty darn close to 32 F. But that is all dependent on how long it has been sitting at 32 F on this screen, as well as how filled you have the cooler. All right, so we're at about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes, and the temperature reading on the cooler is showing 31 F. So let's go ahead and open this up, take a couple different product readings, and see if we get a similar number there. So first up, I'm going to dig down into the carton side and find something pretty low in the compartment. Gonna go ahead and open this up. Current temperature reading off of this is showing about 62°F, so still not very cold. Let's dig around on the side that had the cans out of the cartons and get a temp reading there. This one is improved and showing about 53 degrees F, so a little warmer than I would prefer out of beer, but you know, we'll take what we can get. Not bad. I probably would prefer the beer colder, but at an hour and a half, this I think is definitely passable for. So what went wrong with this stress test? I'd tell you nothing. I'd tell you the stress test went fine. It did as it should. It is a tall task to ask a cooler with this type of hardware in it to chill product down to 15 minutes or less. Frankly, it's a lot of volume to deal with, and unless you're running a full glycol system and a lot of coils around the product, you're simply not going to get there. I don't think anybody's going to get there in a reasonable amount of time. With that said, you know, I think Anker did really well overall. I most enjoy the hidden handle. Use of materials is significantly improved. User interface on the control panel is great, as well as this accessory rail. So hopefully I gave you a fair understanding of what to expect out of this Everfrost 2 platform, and hope the information was beneficial to you in making a decision. Thank you. Cheers.